to Satna. Welcome to an evening Satna. If you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate and a yoga teacher. And we are here for our weekly Satna class for our community. And this week is this week is our crown chakra yoga, but unfortunately, we went through a beautiful sequence last week for third eye chakra yoga, and something happened with the connection, and it was just like it just really did not get saved. And I've been having, do we like that? Okay, lights. Probably. Okay. But yeah, it did not get saved all the way, and I've been having some issues with my live stream, but we're just gonna push through and try our best. Um, again, if you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I spend a lot of my time at doing work for our nonprofit organization, Divas Can Manifest. You can find the channel link somewhere, as well as Felicia Nutrice Tarot. And of course, this is my lifestyle channel, where I do a lot more chatting and a lot more discussion about my movement, my exotic dancer diaries, and how we were founded. Um, you can just check out some of our channels and some of our posts and see if you would like to join our community. But this week we're getting into a crown chakra yoga, but because we did not, I'm kind of wanting to revisit the flow from last week just because I loved it so much. And I posted a lot of it on a Renaissance movement on Instagram, but again, you can check that out if you would like. So grab your blocks, um, your knee pads, and your water. Um, the studio is a mess today just because I had a change of plans on the fly, but let's get into it. Meet me on your mat. We're going to start actually in a hero's pose and just take some deep cleansing breaths. Hi, good evening, where I am. Um, find your hero's pose on your mat, which is just sitting on top of your heels and tucking your big toes under. You can place your hands on top of your knees and facing downwards for grounding and upwards to receive energy. Go ahead, grab your mat, join me for Satna, okay? And then I just want you to press into your toes and spread your heels to the opposing walls as if there was a brick pushing your heels in the opposite directions. And then you can bring your heels towards each other, and if this is hurting you or giving you any kind of really uncomfortable pain, you can come out of it and flip the top of your feet over. And with this crown chakra yoga, I want to invite you to be the hero of your own story and invite you through the third eye chakra, through the crown chakra, the upper chakras to receive divine intelligence, receive a consciousness that is greater than you currently have, and embracing a trust through your guided steps. Through the frequency of the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, you may not always understand why you are guided to take certain steps, but soon a blessing will soon be revealed. Don't forget to breathe. Hello, you guys. Welcome in. We're already getting started into our crown chakra yoga. Meet me in a hero's pose. You can flip your toes under to stretch out your toes. but you can also flip to the top of your feet to press out your points, okay? And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale and meet me in a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees, and just sway from your hips from the right to the left, and maybe take some neck rolls, maybe take some barrel rolls, which is shifting your torso counterclockwise and then clockwise, whichever direction you want to start with. Warming up your spine and breathe. Press down into all 5 fingertips. Create a 90-degree angle between your pointer finger and your middle finger. Take whatever movement feels good. I know I just recently came into a little bit of back pain and it just came out of nowhere, but I usually know how to get rid of it really quickly, but this is my first time on my mat today. Hello, welcome in, you guys. Stabilize your tabletop position. Send your gaze directly towards the mat and engage your core. Remember that any asana that you take in yoga should be intentional and in the best form that you can. One rule of thumb when taking any movement in stretching and in yoga is to keep your alignment and understand your joints, especially your knee, hip, ankle, and shoulder joints, okay? Inhale, engage your core. Exhale, send your hips up and back. Press down into your heels and warm up your downward facing dog. Send your gaze directly to the back of the room and maybe press up onto the balls of your feet and then pressing your heels into the mat again. Remember to press down between your thumb and your pointer finger. Maybe come into a high plank. Send it back. High plank. Send it back. And when you're ready, take an inhale, look forward, and step or hop forward. Exhale. Take a micro bend in your knees and embrace your forward fold. Engage your core to raise your belly button off of your thighs, and if you are touching your mat, just try to ground down into all 5 of your fingertips. However, if you are not yet touching your mat, notice how you are extending through your hamstrings and try to grab for the space right above your ankle. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet as if you're about to take a little tippy toe, okay? Fold. With every exhale, hinge a little deeper within your hips. Inhale. Exhale, press deeper. Reach for the mat, even if you're not there yet. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Palms planted on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Send your gaze directly to the floor, to the mat in front of you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Keep your weight shifted into the balls of your feet. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Press and hinge your hips. Press your palms into the mat or as close as you can. Maybe shift your weight into your right foot. Take a micro bend in your knee. In your right knee, take a micro bend in your left knee. Take a micro bend in your right knee. Take a micro bend in your left knee and pedal it out. If you're not yet touching the ground, grab for your shins. Inhale. Exhale, mountain pose. Draw your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Turn your palms to face one another. And you might want to close your eyes right now. We're about to set our intention. Bring your hands into a prayer grip and into heart center. How are we feeling? Hi friends, welcome in. Let's set our intention for our crown chakra yoga. We are here to transmute negativity. We are here to access divine intelligence, access our tribe through the cosmos, and to trust and surrender through the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, since our yoga sadhana was deleted last week. Samastita Hi, I invite you to intend a consciousness that is greater than the one that you presently hold. Stay open, stay receptive, and stay calm. Samastita Hi. Welcome in. Let me check some comments. You can grab some water. Hi, Frog. Yes, hello. LOL. Hi, friends. How are we doing? Okay. Yes, we are. We are definitely focused on our core. Yin Yang mutation. Yes, I'm definitely a Yin Yang mutation. Okay. Hello. Welcome to class, you guys. Samastita Hi. Welcome in. Okay. Grab some water. We're about to get started through our mantra and our yoga flow for today. Okay. I actually want to do our mantra standing up. I don't know why, but I want to do our mantra standing up. Okay. So we're here. And for time's sake, we're only going to repeat our mantra one time because I want to get more into our asana and quickly, okay? So you can keep your eyes open if you would like, but do come into a prayer grip and come into heart center. Take a deep inhale. Triambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urva ukami varpardhanam Mritor mushkiyamriyamritat. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Namaste, okay? And when you're ready, meet me on your mat and let's get started today. All right? So we're actually going to come into child's pose. We're not going to stay here long like we did in our previous series because we're more advanced and we're not a child, okay? Even though people would like to treat us like we're a child, okay? Bring your big toes to touch at the back of the mat and bring your knees to the outermost edges of the mat. Connect your forehead and breathe. sprawl your fingertips. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sink your tailbone lower, closer to your feet. Inhale, rise into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees, and engage your core. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog on your right hand side. Crunch, send it back. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, low lunge. Bring your hands up, palms facing one another. Engage your core. Take it off of the tops of your thighs. Exhale. Warrior two. Send your gaze directly over your fingertips, right over your middle finger. Keep your front foot engaged. Keep a micro bend in your front knee, and parallel your back foot to the short edge of your mat. Warrior three. You're so strong. The upper chakras are all about balancing. Breathe. Inhale, hinge forward, high triangle. Exhale, connect your right elbow to your right knee and send your back arm directly into the sky. Send your gaze directly towards that back hand that's in the air. Hot triangle, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, reverse it. Send your right palm to the back of the mat. Keep your right knee engaged in a micro bend. Exhale. Windshield wiper your hands back into the mat. Back into a low lunge. Step back into a Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Plant your hands into the mat. Stay strong. Engage your core. Press your right foot back into a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Press your heels into the mat. Send your gaze directly to the back of the room. Breathe. Inhale. Engage your left foot. Crunch. Bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Low lunge. High lunge. Press it out. Stay on those tiptoes on your right foot. Keep a low lunge on your left knee and send your palms directly to face one another. Inhale. Exhale, press out, warrior two. Opening up to the right hand side of the room. Breathe. Engage your core. Hinge forward. Connect your left elbow to your left knee. Hot triangle. Reverse warrior. Get ready. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse it back. Send your right hand into your left hip crease and press your left palm to the back of the room. Keep a micro bend in your front knee and parallel your back foot to the short edge of the mat. Reverse warrior.
Inhale, windshield wiper your hands back into the mat. Get ready to step back into your Chaturanga Dandasana. Square your hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step your left foot back. High plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Sequence 1. Take a water break, okay? How are we feeling? Respectfully. Oh, you talking about a game? LOL. Hi, friends. Welcome in. Okay, yin and yang, gang, gang, gang. Sorry for being sweaty and ugly. All right, y'all, water break. How you feeling after that? All right. Now, what I want to move into is we're standing up, right? We're here in mountain pose. And when you exhale, instead of coming into a shoulder stance, forward fold, I want you to actually step your right foot to the long edge side of the mat and open up towards the right hand side of the room. Okay? Breathe. Okay? Maybe shift your hips from right to left if they're not warm. Maybe bring them around in a circle. Bring them around town. Bring them around town. Okay? And just warm it up. But we're going to come into a wide angle forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Bend. Hinge the hips. Press your palms into the floor if you can make it there. Otherwise, grab for your shins. Okay? Breathe. Send your gaze directly to the back of the room. If you feel like you're not looking directly at the wall, just walk your hands back just a little tiny bit, okay? You'll feel a little bit deepening hinging in your hips. Press it back some more. Get more vantage point of the wall. You might even start to see all the way up to the ceiling if you press it back enough, okay? Stretch out those hip flexors, okay? Maybe take some micro bends if you're still feeling a little stress in your hamstrings, okay? Fold. And then you want to walk your hands to the right hand side of the mat, the right short edge side of the mat, and you want to shift your foot all the way around and come into our cow face pose, where one is kind of like you are sitting down, but with your legs crossed, okay? Usually there will be a chair that will have hanging space for your legs, but your legs are instead planted into the mat, okay? Cow face pose. This is one of my favorite third eye chakra, crown chakra poses. And then you're going to take your left hand and you're going to press the palm into the right hand side of the room. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to sweep under your left elbow and bicep and grab for your left wrist. Bring this twisted arm position into a 90-degree angle. You can go here, but otherwise you can stay here as well. Just stack your hands over one another and press your forehead into your hands as if you were taking a little rest at your desk, okay? You might want to grab for a block if you cannot reach all the way. You can be here, okay? And breathe. Because we hold so much trauma in our hips, that can often be the reason why our third eye chakra is blocked. Trauma impacts your discernment and your spiritual connection. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to press out of this cow face position by planting your hands onto the onto the left hand side, and just pressing your foot into the mat, your right foot into the mat, and back into a wide angle forward fold where your feet are parallel to the right opening of the room. Breathe as if you're going back into your forward fold, and then walk to the short edge side on the left and repeat the cow face pose on your left hand side, where your left knee is on top, and switch out your grip. If your left hand was on top before, you can switch it to the right hand, okay? Also, you can take a block here, but I'm just going to also move into the most advanced expression of the cow face pose, which is a twist within the shoulders as well, okay? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And when you're ready, you can just untwist your legs here. Stay on your mat and meet me in your final Shavasana, where you lie on your back and you can keep your feet flexed. Align your spine and each vertebrae into the mat. Palms facing upwards. Close your eyes and release it all into your mat. Breathe. Maybe unblock your shoulders by pressing them down as well. Unclench your jaw. Inhale. Exhale, take a fetal position on your right hand side. Create a little pillow with your right elbow. exhale, rise into an easy seat and bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in me. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join members only for flexibility-ish. And there's a new pick card over at Felicia Trees Tarot. Okay. And I will see you guys for Get Me Body Series 4, where we absolutely are sure that these splits will be cracking open. They're already cracked open, but they want to fight back a little bit. You know, they whipped, but they want to fight back a little bit. LOL. Okay, I do need somebody to come and do that. You want to be my yoga partner? You want somebody, you want to come and press me out? Anyways, thank y'all for joining Cross Chakra Yoga, and I'll see y'all in about 2 weeks. Okay,